Sound Billy suit. I got something in the shoebox. I came with my mood, tell me something that I lose me. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's like
78 Sports TV here. Salute to the mighty LDBC, Lions Den boxing community. For those who don't know, now you know. In the building, very special guest, the last piece of the puzzle, Mr. Don House. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine, man. Thanks for inviting me on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Mr. Don House is one of the trainers for Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. And before we get to that, ask him how that came to be. Why don't you give us a little history on what brought you into the sport of boxing?
Oh, well, what brought me to the sport of boxing, as a kid growing up, brothers and sisters was learning mathematics. I was learning fight combinations. Didn't know what I was doing, but I always stayed in trouble. I always fought. Growing up in Chicago, I stayed in trouble. I always was fighting. So my mother decided, Chicago was a little bit too rough city for her kids, so we decided to move to Grand Rapids, Michigan. And that's when I started training with, of course, today was Roger, Senior. There was no Florida around those days. And that's kind of how it started. I know Roger may well turn pro, and I joined the military because my aspirations was to actually go to the Olympics. Unfortunately, after a military injury, I had like 8 knee surgeries that kind of crushed that career. But sort of started that way. I was a bad kid like most fighters. Most fighters come from, not so great backgrounds. We all have anger issues and who knows other issues, but we have an outlet to beat up somebody. It's better to beat somebody up in the ring than, I guess, beat somebody up on the street.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you're also a cut man for UFC fighters. Can you tell the people how long have you been dealing with the UFC? How long have you known Dana White? Things of that nature.
Well, it's funny because Dana White and myself, we used to train a lot of top executives in Las Vegas. I would go to the gym 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. We'd train some of the top, the guys that own the casinos. And Dana's pretty close to all those guys. And at noon, I would train. Actually, how I got started down that gym, I was training Derek Harmon. We was preparing for Roy Jones Jr. So we was using a little private gym that Dana White and all the top executives owned. And I wanted a quiet place. And before I know it, Dana White, I think 1999, 2000, they was negotiating to buy the UFC. Brought me on to train Tito Ortiz, Frank Shamrock, Rico Rodriguez. I mean, the list go on and on and on. And as I was training these guys, we were still trying to get the rules to where it was a safer sport. It didn't look like a blood sport. So with a lot of background I had from boxing, I brought over to the UFC.
Right.
And man, that was like 1999, 2000. So I've been with them guys for a while. Making it safe. I designed and patented the UFC fight glove. To make it a safe glove for the fighters. Man, I've been there. That's like home for me.
Yes, sir. That's amazing. That's an amazing story. I want people to really hear what he said. He designed and patented the UFC fight glove right now. So that's major.
Yeah.
What are some of the boxers you worked with in the past or currently working with?
Well, currently right now, of course, the Brown Bomber, the champ, and currently also Caleb Plant. He's preparing right now for Canelo. But in the past, man, I've worked with Frankie Lau. What was Frankie? I forget what Frankie had. Vince Phillips, IBF champion. Diego Corrales, IBF. Freddie Norwood, WBA. Harmon, of course. Zoran Guzman. Zahir Rahim. Man, I had them all. Of course, Bermain Stavern, the former WBC heavyweight champion.
Right.
Man, I know I've got a lot of guys. They're going to kill me, but, start getting older from all them punches over the years, you kind of forget things.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how did you how did you working with Deontay Wilder, how did that come into effect?
Well, I think Jay, his manager, his go-to guy, his basically everything. Jay, uh, he came to the back room to as we wrap hands. You always send somebody from the opposite team to watch. So Jay came over. So Jay watched me wrap Berman's hand. He was like, "Wow, it's a pretty decent rap." I said, "This is what I do. I mean, at the UFC over 20 years, I've been in the game since 1972, so that's when I started rapping hands. But with the UFC, I mean, they fight just about every weekend. So I rap between 8 and 9 guys a night every weekend somewhere doing a UFC fight. So over 20 years of that experience, man, rapping hands became, I do them asleep.
Right.
So I know Wilder, his last fight, he got a little blood, and he wanted someone that can protect his hands. And I know my name came up, and some other names came up, and eventually, they gave me the call. Actually, I just came over to, just be a cut man. I don't want to be in anybody's way. I came for the first 2 weeks. The fight was supposed to happen in July 24th, but that got canceled, pushed back. But then Jay said, "Look, if you see anything, hey, why not bring it up?" So
Right.
Wild and I, we kind of, the team is a great team. I mean, Malik, Joey, all the guys. I mean, he has a very, very, very good team. They all sort of respect everybody. Everybody knows their roles. At the end of the day, it's no ego because at the end of the day, there's only one man going in that ring, Mr. Wilder. So we all here for him. So there's no one stepping on each other's toes. Malik and myself, we get along great. If I see something, I pull everybody to the side, say, "Look, we need to do this, we need to change this, add this," and it's all respected, man. He's a good guy. He's hungry. He's willing to learn. But I tell you this, it's going to be a different fight. Okay, I'm jumping ahead, but go ahead.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all good. Um, so you with your hand wrapping skills, that's also going to be able to help out going into this third fight to prevent any shenanigans happening on the other side with their wrapping hands as well, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And plus, I'm fighting home. That's my home. Vegas home for me. So, I'm one of the guys that help the commission with rules and regulations on the raps and the proper rap, what should be done and what shouldn't be done. So that's home for me. So, they know me. I trust me. I've been doing this forever through Nevada, California, all over this place. But they trust me. I've been there for a while. So, I got probably one of the best raps in MMA and even in boxing. I mean, it's what I do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, so in camp, how has from the time you saw Deontay Wilder with Bermain Stavern, and he just looked devastating in that Stavern fight. What are you seeing different from Deontay Wilder now in camp, as far as focus, skill set, determination? What?
Well, see, uh, what I see, listen, as a trainer, fighting against Deontay Wilder. Okay, the whole world knows he has that bomb. Yeah, we know. He touch you with that, you're going to sleep. So I saw a lot of things in Deontay that he probably didn't see him himself. But when you have that bomb, when you can crack with that right hand, a lot of times you rely just on that. Now, when somebody can take that from you, it makes it difficult to win a fight.
Right.
What I see in Mr. Wilder right now, listen, he got an athlete. This guy, listen, this man is rooted from here in Tuscaloosa. I don't know what they put in the water here, but he's a pure athlete. This guy, he's strong, he's rooted. Now, by saying that, by being an athlete, there's a lot of things he can do and get away with. Some fighters can't get away with. This guy's fast. This guy's powerful in both hands. See, he's working a lot. Well, I don't know if I want to tell all the secrets here, but his jabs, All the fundamental things he's picking up. Man, he's picking up easy. Why? Because he's an athlete. He's a fighter. He's a boxer. All that roll into one. He can fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, on the mitts and stuff that I've seen him combinations he's throwing, he looks like a improved Deontay Wilder. Looks to be more focused, and also looks to be got his mind on some body punching. You know what I'm saying, which is going to be a beautiful thing if that falls into place. You know what I
Man,
mean?
listen. Like I told Malik, Malik has done a great job with him. I said Malik is very patient. He's done a wonderful job. I said, damn, Malik, you need me out here? He said, no, we still need you. But
Right.
those body shots, I guess a lot of folks don't understand this. Man, look, if you can distribute a body shot, I'd rather get hit in the head than get hit in the body. Dante always been focused on knocking his guy in the next. He said, no, we're not going to do that this fight. We're going to fight every minute of every round. We're going to box him. We're going to break down the body. He loves the body. It's a bigger target, and you see how big Fury's body. This is how big the target is. Easy target to hit. So we're going to maintain and stay in that area. We're going to put that money in the bank, and then break him down and knock him out. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's what's up. That's what it's looking like too. But right now, what we're about a month out, a little less than a month from fight date. When is it time to just relax? Cool. What are you guys doing right now? Um, you know, um, in these last few weeks before the fight, what's the mentality have to be right now?
Oh no! Right now we still digging. We still putting that work in. We're
Hmm.
working. We're gonna work all the way up until we fly to Vegas. Now Vegas, once we get to Vegas, we'll calm down a little bit. Because that's fight week. That's war week there. But here, as long as we're in Tuscaloosa, we putting that work in.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna work all the way till we get on the plane to Vegas, baby. And I think that's probably around 3rd or 4th of October. But until then, we working.
That's
Yeah,
what's up. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah.
man. I'm glad. It seems like the team is everybody know their role. Everybody playing their position. And everybody's happy right now. And it seems like this is going to be a historical night. Um, come October 9th.
Nice, great team, great bunch of guys, man. Jay is the maestro. He orchestrates everything, put everything together, keeps his eye to make sure everything is going properly. Malik, I love Malik. He's very patient, takes his time, and see Wilder respects everybody around him. All these guys, and he know who's in his corner. And
Right.
I just fell right on into the mix. You know what I mean? Because man, there's no ego. I'm not taking out one punch. Now one
Right.
punch is coming my way. At the end of the day, we cater to him. We got to protect him. We got to make sure he's in the right mindset, right condition, right boxing condition to win this fight. And if we can't come together as a team, then he don't need us. And I don't blame him for getting rid of us because it's about him. He's taking the punches. He's throwing the punches. So we have to come together as a team to support him, to push him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And brother House, man, I'm gonna ask you your prediction. Um, what's your prediction for the fight? When does is it a knockout? Is it a decision?
Well, you know what? I hate making predictions because, we do one round at a time. My thing is we got 12 rounds on contract paper. So, but I will tell you this: it's going to be a different Deontay Wilder. It's going to be a Deontay Wilder that's putting that work in. Now, when a fighter put that work in, some pretty good things happen. So, do I see? Can I see a knockout? Yep, I can see that. What round? Not sure. But what I want him to do is break this guy down. Just break that body down. Keep the jabs in his face. Movement. Let him move. Pivot. Don't fight him tall. So he's picked all of that up. All of that stuff he picked up. Man, trust me, when you see him now, it's a whole different guy now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't wait to see it, man. And I want to thank you so much for your time, Mr. House. And I'm gonna let
Man,
you
it's
get
all
back to
good, man.
yes, sir. I'm gonna let you get back to your day. And I'll definitely stay in contact. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man.
All right, salute to you, brother.
Thank you, man.
Peace.
Peace, man.